Good evening all. So previously we have seen about infinite products and convergence of infinite products. So how an infinite product will look like this. Any general infinite product will be of this form, and we say that this converges if something happens out there. Okay, and we should have this an is not equal to -1 for all n. Okay, only for finitely many n's this should be 0, or else it should be non-zero element. Okay, fine. So now we have given a problem for this, which is 1 plus z, 1 plus z square, and so on up to 1 plus z power 2 power n minus 1, which is equal to 1 by 1 minus z whenever mod z is less than 1. Okay, this I have told you to prove this. Okay, so I think you have done this, and there is another thing with 3 powers, 1 plus z to the power 3 power n minus 1. This is quite difficult to do, lengthy process. So what you can do is you can just prove the convergence of this. Okay, so give the interval, means give the neighborhood where it will converge. Okay, like this. So here this will converge when mod z is less than 1. So inside the open disk. Okay, so like that, find where it will converge. Okay, find that out now. So for this you use the theorem which we are going to prove now. Okay, so by that theorem you can prove this. Okay, so we'll see what is that theorem. So we have the product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus an. This converges to a non-zero element if and only if the series converges. Log 1 plus an converges. Okay, this is normal logarithm. So whenever this converges, if and only if this series converges. So what you are doing, we are trying to make out the product in terms of series. So series, we know many properties, so we can easily prove this. So if you prove this, we can prove the convergence of that product there. Okay, fine. So how we can prove this? Before that, we have to know what is this logarithm. Okay, we have seen already. Just I will recall something and go. Okay, so what is the logarithm? This is not normal logarithm. This is complex logarithm. Okay, this is a complex logarithm. So complex logarithm means log z we have to find, which is nothing but the number w, so that e power w is equal to z. Okay, so we have to find the number w, complex number w, so that e power w is z, exponential power w is z. That is nothing but what? Logarithm is the inverse of your exponential. So we don't need to go deep in that. We'll just tell what is the logarithm and we'll move on. Okay. And this logarithm in complex analysis, it is a multivalued function. Correct? It is a multivalued function. So to make it single valued, we will restrict that interval. Okay. So without restricting, we will get this as log z, which is ln mod z plus I times theta, where theta is tan inverse y by x if z is equal to x plus I. Okay, so this is that, but if theta will be of every 2 pi interval, it will be keep on repeating. So there is a infinite number of values for this logarithm of z. Okay, so to restrict, if you restrict that to some 2 pi interval, length of 2 pi, then we will get only single value from this. Okay, only single values. So what we can do is restrict this theta to be from minus pi less than or equal to theta less than pi, or this to this, like that, anything. Okay, so if you restrict that, this will be single valued function. Okay, so in that case we will write this logarithm as capital Z. Logarithm of z is ln mod z. This mod z is nothing but r e power, if z is equal to r e power I theta, then we will get this. Okay, so like that. Okay, this is nothing but r plus I into this theta is nothing but argument of z. Okay, here we will write it as small argument of z. When it is restricted to some 2 pi interval, it will be written as capital R, argument, capital A, capital argument of z. So this is the thing which we are going to use now. Now this logarithm is actually this logarithm. So what you have to do is, we have to, instead of seeing this, we can deal with this. This is easier. Okay, this is, so instead of seeing this infinite number of logarithm values, we will just see in 1 2 pi interval. That will be easy to do. Okay, both are same. If you prove the convergence here, this will also converge. Okay, only some values are added over here. Okay, that won't do anything with that. Okay, fine. So now we will prove this theorem. The proof will be, first I will prove this part. This converges implies this converges. So summation n from 1 to infinity log 1 plus an converges. If this converges, we have to prove that this product converges. Okay, so convergence of series means what you have to take? You have to take the partial sum sequence. So Sn be a partial sum sequence of this series k from 1 to n log of 1 plus an. Now here we can take this log. Okay, so instead of proving this logarithm, we will prove with this logarithm everywhere. Okay, from now. So Sn is the partial sum sequence of this. If this converges to some s, then this will converge to s. Okay, that is it. So if Sn converges to s, then e power Sn will converge to e power s, because exponential function is continuous function. But what is e power Sn? So if we find what is e power Sn, then this convergence will be trivial there. So e power Sn, so this is that. E power of this summation, that is nothing but e power a plus b is e power a into e power b, correct? So similarly here, e power log 1 plus a1 plus into e power log 1 plus a2 and so on up to e power like that, log 1 plus a1 into this one up to into log 1 plus an. So everywhere this will be cancelled out and we will be having, we will end up with 1 plus a1 and so on up to 1 plus an, which is nothing but Pn. Okay, Pn is the partial product of this product. Okay. So partial product of that, and so we have found that e power Sn is nothing but Pn. We know that e power Sn converges to e power s as n goes to infinity. That means what? Pn converges to e power s. Pn converges to e power s as n goes to infinity. So that means this will converge to that. Okay, and which is this e power s is never 0, because exponential is never 0 in the complex plane. So it converges to a non-zero complex number. Okay, so next this part. This part. If this series converges, then we have to, this product converges, then we have to prove that the series converges. So assume that this converges. Converges means converges to some complex number p which is not equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0 means in the entire complex plane 0 is removed there. Okay, so any complex number. Okay, if this converges, then we have to find where this will converge. Okay, to which it will converge. So take that Pn as partial product of this and Sn as partial product of this. This means not this. Sn. Okay, take that and we can prove this. Okay. Now we will take some thing for this two cases. One is Pn, this P doesn't belongs to negative real axis, okay, or it is belongs to negative real axis. Anyway, 0 is not there. So either it is inside the negative real axis or not in the negative real axis. Okay. So first take this. If this is not in the negative real axis, this is because of logarithm. Logarithm is not defined in the negative real numbers also. Okay. So to avoid that, we are taking like this. Okay. Fine. So we know that Pn converges to P. That means log Pn converges to log P. This we can get. So because of that only we are taking this case. So here we are taking this case, not this. Okay. Pn converges to P, simplest log Pn converges to log. And here we can have the same argument here, which we have done the e power Sn. So e power Sn is nothing but Pn. This we know. This is true for any n. And one minute. Before that, here P doesn't belongs to minus infinity comma 0 means, and this Pn converges to P, this implies what? Pn doesn't belongs to the elements of this sequence. Pn doesn't belongs to minus infinity to 0 after some stage. That is it. After some stage, this will be there. Okay. Then we have this thing. And we have e power Sn is Pn. So e power Sn is Pn implies Sn is log Pn. Sn is log Pn. Okay. And we know the definition of log Pn. Consider that. Consider, keep it as it is, and consider log 1 plus an plus 1, which is nothing but Sn is the partial sum sequence of this. So this will be Sn plus 1 minus Sn. Okay. So for getting this term to apply here, we are doing this. Okay. So log 1 plus an is Sn plus 1 minus Sn, which is log Pn plus 1 minus log Pn. Okay, this we have. And this is, what is this? This is log of Pn plus Kn 2 pi. Okay, it is expanded. Kn times 2 pi. Yeah, so I think this term will not be there. It's very clear, not this. Log Pn plus Kn 2 pi. Okay, one such value. Okay, we'll get that. So Kn, it is corresponding to this Pn. So whenever Sn is there, we'll get the Pn, and for that Pn we will have this Kn. Okay, this is true for every n. Then here we will get plus Kn plus 1 minus Kn times 2 pi. Okay, this will be. Then when we have to find what is this Kn, that is the only value we don't know here. Okay, so we have to find Kn. What is that Kn? Okay. For that, what you are going to do is, we know the definition of log z. Log z. So this is a complex number. All are complex numbers. We know log of that complex number is ln of mod of that means mod z plus I into argument of z in the principal branch. Okay, this is the principal branch. In the principal branch, we have this. Okay, So if you if you expand this fully, here what we will get, ln of 1 ln mod 1 plus a n plus 1 here, plus I times argument of 1 plus a n plus 1, here also same thing. Okay, so if you equate that imaginary part, we will get argument of 1 plus a n plus 1 is equal to argument of pn plus 1 minus argument of pn plus, this will be as it is, kn plus 1 minus k into 2. Now, now if you find the values of these things, then we can find this. Okay. What do you know about argument? Argument is a function, is a complex function, which is also continuous function. Okay. Since argument is a continuous function, and we know that this product converges implies this will be converging to 1. Okay. The product Pn converges means Pn converges to 1. So 1 plus an converges to 1. So 1 plus an converges to 1 means argument of 1 plus an converges to argument of 1. Argument of 1 is 0. If you use the tan inverse y by x, this will be tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0 is 0. Okay. So argument of 1 is 0. So argument of 1 plus an converges to 0 as n goes to infinity. And what about these two? This converges to argument of p, and this also converges to argument of p. So these both will be cancelled out. Okay. So as n goes to infinity, what we have? Kn plus 1 is equal to kn. Correct? Kn plus 1 minus kn times 2 pi is 0. That means kn plus 1 equal to kn. This is true for every n greater than or equal to. After some stage, this two will be always equal. Okay. So in this Sn, we have got log Pn plus this Kn is constant after some stage. That's what we have got. Okay. So then what will be our Sn? Sn will be log Pn plus k times 2 pi I for every n greater than or equal to n after such stage. Okay, and this also we know, as n goes to infinity, Sn will go to, this will be a constant after that stage. So log Pn converges to log P. So as n goes to infinity, this will be Sn, limit n goes to infinity, Sn is log P plus k times 2 pi. That's all. So this is the limit of that series. Okay. So we have proved the other part. If this product converges, then that series, Sn is what? Sn is partial product, partial sum sequence of this series. So this series converges to this. Okay. So we have proved for P not in this. If P is in that, if P belongs to minus infinity to 0, what happens? Okay. So in that case, you have to get this previous case and use this. That's all you have to do. Okay. So define some new sequence Wn. Here we have the sequence as an. Okay. Define it as Wn such that 1 plus Wn is minus of 1 plus an if n is equal to 1. Rest of the things as it is. N greater than or equal to 2. Okay. Then what is this product? Product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus Wn is minus the product 1 from 1 to infinity 1 plus am, because only for a1 1 plus a1 this will be minus, other rest of things it will be as it is. So 1 minus will be there out. If this converges to some p, then this will be converging to minus p. If p belongs to minus infinity to 0, and this will be doesn't belong to minus infinity to 0. Correct? If this doesn't belong to minus infinity to 0, we can apply this same thing. If you apply this, what we will get? This is converging to log p plus 2k pi a. Okay, that's all. So this is done there. So if you take my d belongs to this, and we will get, you are redefining this 1 plus an as this, and we are getting this convergence as minus p. Okay. What you have to prove actually? You have to prove that summation log 1 plus wn we have there. Okay. We have that if this is there minus p, then we have proved that summation log 1 plus an converges. Okay. But here we have summation log 1 plus wn converges. That what is this actually? Minus log 1 plus a1 plus summation n from 2 to infinity log 1 plus a. That is the definition of 1 plus wn. Okay, step 1 plus wn. If you leave this also, this will be converging always. Okay, because this converges. So we can conclude that summation n from 2 to infinity log 1 plus an converges. That means summation n from 1 to infinity log 1 plus an converges. That's it. Okay, so this is the necessary and sufficient condition for convergence of this infinite product. Okay, so this. Next what we have is, so now we have proved that product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus an converges if and only if summation log 1 plus an converges. Okay, we have proved this. Now I will give the definition for absolute convergence of this. Okay, this infinite product converges absolutely because of this is necessary and sufficient condition for this converges. I will use that definition here. That's definition here. This converges absolutely if summation log 1 plus an converges absolutely. Okay. Because we don't know absolute convergence of this, but we know that this converges means this will converge. So I will use this to do this. Okay. So summation log 1 plus an converges absolutely. If this happens, this will converge absolutely. Okay. What is this absolute convergence means? This convergence. Okay. So that is the definition of absolute convergence, and we know that absolute convergence implies convergence. So by that we can tell that the product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus an converges absolutely implies this converges. This we can do. Okay. Just if this implies what? Summation mod log of 1 plus an converges. That implies summation log 1 plus an converges. That means this converges if and only if condition. Okay. That's all. So this is there. Now there is some other result. We have the product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus an converges absolutely. This converges absolutely if and only if the series mod n converges. This is the result which you can use to prove the problem there. 1 plus z cube and so on up to 1 plus z power 3 power n minus 1. Okay, you can use this and prove the convergence of that product, and you can find the region of convergence also. Okay, First we will prove this. Okay. So before proving this if and only if condition, I will give you some result which we can use directly and prove this. Okay. A result for logarithm. We know that log 1 plus z, what is that? Okay. This is z minus z square by 2 plus z cube by 3 minus and so on. Okay. If you divide this by z, what will happen? This will be what? 1 minus z by 2 plus z square by 3 and so on. Limit z goes to 0, what happens to this? This will be 1. So, whenever we have a number, sequence or any number, okay, which is converging to 0, we can tell that log 1 plus z divided by z converges to 1. Sorry, not z, am. Okay, you can tell that. Use this and prove. Okay. Because why we are doing that is, see this converges absolutely. Absolute converges means it converges also. If this converges, what do you know? An 1 plus an converges to 1, that means an converging to 0. So we have something with this an. Okay, so we are doing that. Okay, fine. So since an is there, I will take it as some tn. So let tn be some sequence which is converging to 0. Then what we have? Log 1 plus tn by tn is converging to 1. So this converges to 1 means what? For any epsilon greater than 0, there is a stage n such that modulus of log 1 plus tn by tn minus 1 is less than epsilon. This we have. This we have two inequalities. One is log 1 plus tn by tn minus 1 plus 1 is less than epsilon. That means what you are doing, mod z1 plus z2 is less than or equal to mod z1 plus mod z2. Similarly, mod z1 minus z2 is greater than or equal to mod z1 minus mod z2. So using that. Okay. So we will have mod log of 1 plus tn plus mod tn is less than epsilon times mod t. Okay. So other way is what we will get. The other way is 1 minus of this. Okay. So we will get minus here, and so we will get plus there. So other thing is log 1 plus tn is we will write for this less than epsilon times mod tn times 1 plus epsilon, and the other inequality will be mod log 1 plus tn is greater than mod tn, this is epsilon minus 1. Okay. Epsilon minus 1, and here it will be epsilon plus 1 plus epsilon. Okay. So what we will be getting, 1 plus epsilon times mod tn is less than mod log of 1 plus tn is less than epsilon minus 1 times mod t. Use this and prove this. Okay, how to use that? Whenever we have a sequence which is converging to 0, I can use this. Okay, here we have a sequence which is converging to 0. So first prove this part. I'll just tell the hint, you do this. So since product n from 1 to infinity, 1 plus an converges, this implies what? An converges to 0. So since an converges to 0, this will be satisfied. So 1 plus epsilon, this is true for every n greater than or equal to the stage. Okay, there is a stage n. Okay. So 1 plus epsilon times mod an is less than mod log of 1 plus an is less than epsilon minus 1 times mod an. Okay, use the comparison test and prove. Okay, since this converges absolutely, that means what? This converges absolutely implies summation log 1 plus modulus of 1 plus an converges this limit. Since this converges, use the comparison test. What is comparison test? An less than or equal to bn, summation bn converges means summation an will converge. Use that then. Okay. So if you use that, we can prove that summation mod an converges. Okay. And similarly, the other way. Other way is what? Assume that summation mod an converges. This implies summation an converges. That implies an converging to 0 by the product, by the property from series. Okay, summation an converges means an converging to 0. So since here also an converges to 0, this will be satisfied. Again, use the comparison test with this and prove that this converges. This will be there. So summation log 1 plus an will converge. So modulus of this converges. That means this will converge absolutely. Okay. So this is all there. Okay. So go through till here. So we will see in the next class. After one problem is there, then next theorems we will see in the next class. Okay. Thank you.